Why fans think Dr. Laurence Markham is really psycho. Martin Laurent on Y and R. The latest mystery unfolding on The Young and the Restless has fans asking one huge question. Is Dr. Laurence Markham really the man he claims to be? Or is he actually the infamous Martin Laurent hiding behind yet another stolen identity? Although the show has not officially confirmed this shocking twist, viewers have started connecting clues that seem too specific to ignore. Every new episode adds another piece to the puzzle, and many longtime fans believe the writers may be setting up one of the biggest identity reveals in recent years. Let's break down every clue and examine why so many viewers are convinced that Dr. Laurence Markham could secretly be Martin Laurent. Dr. Laurence Markham entered the story under extremely suspicious circumstances. Instead of being introduced as a respected psychiatrist helping people recover from emotional trauma, he immediately became involved in Patty's dangerous scheme against Diane Jenkins Abbott. From the moment he appeared on screen, something felt unusual. He claims that he wanted to help Diane emotionally and insisted that his intentions were professional. However, his actions told a completely different story. Rather than protecting his patient, he actively assisted Patty in keeping Diane trapped inside his home. That alone raised serious questions. No ethical psychiatrist would willingly participate in kidnapping someone or manipulate a vulnerable person under the excuse of therapy. Instead of helping Diane heal, Markham repeatedly enabled Patty's dangerous obsession with Jack Abbott. His behavior wasn't simply strange. It was calculated, cold, almost disturbingly familiar. Longtime viewers immediately recognized similarities between Markham and another unforgettable villain from Genoa City history, Martin Laurent. For newer viewers, Martin Laurent was one of the show's most dangerous psychological manipulators. He was introduced through the Laurent family storyline involving Dr. Alan Laurent, the psychiatrist who treated Ashley Abbott during one of the most difficult periods of her life. Ashley suffered from dissociative identity disorder, and Alan became deeply involved in helping her navigate that emotional crisis. Alan appeared trustworthy, professional, compassionate. But the story eventually took an unexpected turn. It was revealed that Alan had an identical twin brother named Martin. Unlike Alan, Martin was manipulative, unstable, and highly intelligent. He understood psychology just as well as his brother, but used that knowledge to control people instead of helping them. One of Martin's most disturbing storylines involved Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. He secretly kidnapped both women and trapped them inside an isolated location where he conducted a twisted psychological experiment. Rather than treating them like patients, he viewed them as subjects in a disturbing game designed to test their emotional reactions. Martin carefully manipulated every situation. He played mind games, created fear, turned emotions into weapons. Eventually, the truth came out. Martin's crimes were exposed. He was arrested. Most viewers believed his story had finally ended. But soap operas rarely close the door completely on memorable villains. And that's exactly why fans have started paying attention to Dr. Laurence Markham. The first clue appeared during Diane's search of Markham's house. While trying to understand exactly who she was dealing with, Diane looked around the room and discovered an interesting detail. A bookshelf. At first glance, it looked ordinary, but when Diane looked closer, she noticed something incredibly important. Every book on those shelves had been written by Dr. Alan Laurent. That discovery immediately caught viewers' attention. Why would Dr. Laurence Markham own an entire collection of books written by Alan Laurent? Of course, psychiatrists often read books written by respected colleagues. That explanation would normally make perfect sense. But this is The Young and the Restless. Nothing is ever included by accident, especially not such a deliberate visual clue. The camera intentionally focused on those books. The writers wanted viewers to notice them. And fans certainly did. Within minutes of the episode airing, social media exploded with theories connecting Markham to the Laurent family. Then came another clue. During one conversation, Markham casually revealed that he is a Gemini. At first, the comment sounded completely harmless. But longtime viewers immediately remembered something. Alan Laurent was also a Gemini. Normally, sharing the same zodiac sign wouldn't mean very much. However, Gemini is represented by twins. That symbolism immediately reminded fans of Alan and Martin, twin brothers. One good, one evil. Could the writers really be using astrology as a subtle hint? Many fans think so. Soap operas love planting clues months before revealing major twists. A simple conversation about zodiac signs could easily become meaningful later. The theory quickly became even more interesting. According to many viewers, Martin may have survived everything that happened years ago. Instead of disappearing forever, he may have simply reinvented himself again. Changing identities isn't new for Martin. In previous storylines, deception was practically his specialty. He successfully convinced people that he was someone else. He understood exactly how to manipulate appearances. He knew how to fool even intelligent people, assuming another identity would fit perfectly with his established character. Supporters of the theory believe Martin may have abandoned Alan's identity after being exposed and eventually created an entirely new life as Dr. Laurence Markham. That would explain several unusual details: his psychiatric knowledge, his manipulative personality, his comfort with psychological games, his willingness to imprison Diane, his strange partnership with Patty. Everything begins fitting together. Another reason fans believe this theory involves Patty herself. Patty has spent years struggling with severe psychological problems. Throughout The Young and The Restless, she has repeatedly disappeared before unexpectedly returning under new circumstances. Her unpredictable behavior has often made it difficult for people to know what she's planning. Markham somehow gained Patty's trust remarkably quickly. That alone seems unusual. Patty rarely trusts strangers, yet she willingly worked alongside Markham. Some viewers believe Patty recognized something familiar about him without fully understanding why. Others believe Martin intentionally targeted Patty because he knew her psychological history made her easy to manipulate. Either explanation strengthens the theory. Then, there's Markham's obsession with control. Nearly every scene involving him demonstrates his need to remain several steps ahead of everyone else. He carefully chooses his words. He studies people's reactions. He remains calm, even during dangerous situations. These are classic traits Martin displayed throughout his previous storylines. Martin never relied purely on violence. His greatest weapon was psychological manipulation. He enjoyed controlling people's emotions, making them question reality, creating confusion, watching fear spread. Markham behaves almost exactly the same way. Even Diane noticed that something about him didn't feel genuine. Although he constantly claimed he wanted to help her, his actions created more fear than comfort. He offered reassurance while secretly limiting her freedom. He appeared compassionate while enabling Patty's increasingly dangerous behavior. That contradiction reminded many viewers of Martin's methods. Some fans have also pointed out the writer's timing. Why bring back references to Alain Laurent now? Why focus on his books? Why mention Gemini? Why introduce another psychiatrist with questionable ethics immediately after Patty returns to a major storyline? Individually, each clue might seem insignificant. Together, they create an intriguing pattern. Of course, there are still arguments against the theory. For one thing, the show has never officially connected Markham to the Laurent family. No character has recognized him. No flashbacks have confirmed anything. No DNA evidence exists. Everything remains speculation. It's entirely possible that Markham is simply a new villain created specifically for Diane and Patty's storyline. The Alain Laurent books may simply reflect professional admiration. The Gemini reference could be nothing more than coincidence. Soap operas often include misleading clues designed to send viewers in the wrong direction. The writers know fans enjoy solving mysteries before official reveals happen. Sometimes those theories prove correct. Other times, they're clever distractions. Still, many longtime viewers believe this mystery feels different. The clues appear too deliberate. The similarities are too strong. The psychological style matches Martin almost perfectly. If the theory eventually becomes reality, it would dramatically reshape multiple ongoing storylines. Jack Abbott would once again find himself facing a dangerous mastermind connected to Patty. Ashley Abbott would suddenly become personally connected to the mystery through Alan and Martin's past. Phyllis and Sharon could be forced to confront the man who once kidnapped them. Even Diane's storyline would become much larger than a simple hostage situation. Instead of dealing with an unknown psychiatrist, she'd discover she had crossed paths with one of Genoa City's most dangerous criminals. Such a reveal would instantly connect several generations of storylines. That type of long-term continuity is something The Young and the Restless has always done well. Bringing back familiar villains under unexpected identities creates emotional impact for longtime viewers, while introducing newer audiences to classic story history. Whether Dr. Laurence Markham truly is Martin Laurent remains one of the biggest unanswered questions on the show. The evidence continues growing, the clues continue piling up, and every episode gives fans another reason to keep watching closely. Until the writers finally reveal the truth, viewers can only speculate. Is Markham simply an unethical psychiatrist who became involved with Patty's dangerous obsession? Or is he actually Martin Laurent, once again hiding behind another carefully constructed identity? If the theory proves true, it would become one of the most shocking identity reveals The Young and the Restless has delivered in years. For now, every conversation, every suspicious glance, every carefully placed clue, and every mysterious detail keeps the mystery alive. One thing is certain, fans will be watching every move Dr. Laurence Markham makes. Because if he really is Martin Laurent, Genoa City may be facing another psychological nightmare that is only just beginning.